Okay, listen, there is no easier way to close an extra 2 clients per month than increasing your show up rate by 20%. You can easily add an extra 5 to 10K monthly recurring revenue just by reducing your no-shows without even booking or closing more calls. So in this video, I'm going to show you the exact steps you can copy and paste to get your show up rate up to 90%. First of all, it's super important to understand how big of a leverage preventing no-shows actually is, right? Because if you do 2,000 outreaches per month and you book 30 appointments out of these and 60% show up, so you have 18 appointments actually taking place and you close 30%, you will get 5 to 6 clients per month. And if you charge 5K a month, this will lead to 27K a month. Right? And if you take the same numbers, so if you do the same amount of outreach, you book the same amount of appointments, but the only difference is that your show up rate goes up by 20%, so 24 people actually show up instead of 18, and you close the same amount of people, 30%, you will end up with 7 to 8 clients, and if they also pay you 5K, you will end up with 36K in revenue. So you just added an extra 9K just by improving and increasing your show up rate by 20%. And even 80% is not that high. And if you don't care about the show up rate, it would be really, really hard to get an extra 9K by either increasing your volume, by increasing your booking rate, or by increasing your closing rate. So taking care of your no-shows is one of the biggest leverage you can implement to make a lot of more profit and revenue from the same amount of appointments that you book. So first of all, we have to understand, why does somebody not show up to a call? There are two reasons. Either they forgot about it or they have no reason to show up. The solutions, we have to remind them and we have to give them a reason to show up. So if we implement these two solutions, they will show up and we will increase our show up rate. But how can we do this? I split them into 4 different things. First of all, reminders, then creative emails, then reasons to join, and also credibility. And here's the exact funnel that you can implement. First of all, it's crucial and important to have a booking form. I recommend you to use software like Calendly, GoHighLevel, or Tidycall, because if you use a booking form where they actually opt in the information and book the call, you can set up automated reminders and the whole funnel will be way much easier to set up. After they've booked a call from the booking form, they should be redirected to a page where there is a pre-call video, right? The content of the video should be below 3 minutes, and in the first step, you should thank them for booking the call. You should show them exactly how they can add it to their calendar. So you show them step by step how to open the confirmation mail, which buttons to click to add it to the calendar, and how to accept the invitation as well. Then you walk them through the pillars of the call. So you show them what the call will be about. Then you give them a benefit of joining. So you mention, for example, that you have a freebie and they will get the freebie after they've joined the call. So if you work, for example, with the solar niche and you run Facebook ads for them, you could say something like, hey, and if you join the call, I will send you our 5-step checklist on how to make your ads more profitable, designed especially for real estate and solar companies. So you prepare a freebie, and this is the reason that you give them to join the call, because no matter if they close or not, as long as they join the call, they will get the freebie. So you prepare the freebie once, you make it a valuable freebie, relevant to the niche and the service and the offer that you have. And you mentioned this in the pre-call video and also in the mails that I will show you in a second, to give them a reason to show up to the call. Then you give them the VPH. So you tell them, hey, this is what we do for this kind of companies. Then you show them 1 or 2 testimonials if you already have testimonials, and you pre-handle the most common objection. If, for example, the most common objection is that they worry about like the setup fee, then you can already pre-handle this in the video where you say something like, hey, and to be transparent here, there will be a setup fee because we have to take care of the employees and we have to make sure that everything is set up in the right way. So this is what you say in the pre-call video. Again, it should be below 3 minutes, otherwise they won't watch it. And you basically walk them through all the pillars and elements that we want to cover in order to make sure that they show up. After they've watched the video, there should be the confirmation mail. And you can easily set this up inside those softwares. And the confirmation mail should be something like, dear name, an appointment with your name has been booked for the date and the time. Here's the Zoom link, add it to your calendar here. And here should be some buttons for like the most common calendars, Google Calendar, Apple Calendar, and the Microsoft Calendar, for example, where they can easily implement it into their calendar with one click. In the video, again, you show them exactly how to do this, because this is one of the most important steps, that they actually add it to their calendar and they accept the invitation that you sent. After the confirmation mail, there are 2 types of mail that we have to make sure are sent out. Those mails as well, you can just write them once and then you can just set them up inside the booking platform so that they get sent out automatically after a certain amount of time. The first types of mails should be reminders. They should be sent out once per day, and they should go something like, dear name, this is a friendly reminder of our appointment at this and this date and time. I recommend you to send at least one per day and to also make sure that they can only book the appointments for the next 3 days into the future. If they book an appointment for in 2 weeks, for example, they won't show up and there have to be like 14 to 20 reminder emails. So make sure that they only have the option to book 3 days into the future and send them an automated reminder once per day. Next to the reminders, there also have to be creative emails where we show some personality and we also remind them of the things we went through on the video here so they actually understand why they should join the call. We build credibility and we also take away the uncertainty. So these mails, you can also write them once and then you can just set them up inside the platform and the software so they get sent out automatically. They should also be sent once per day. And the first creative email should be about who you are and what you do, so the VPH. So you introduce yourself quickly, you talk 1 or 2 sentences about the agency and the vision, and then you also mention for which companies you work and what exactly you provide. The second email should be about what the call will be about and also reminding them of the benefit of joining. Right? So we walk them through the pillars of the call. We tell them, for example, hey, in the first place, we will ask you some questions to figure out if working together makes sense. Then we give you 2 or 3 minutes of free value. And at the end, we will then show you our offer if we actually believe that we can help you achieve your goal. Here, the goal is to remove uncertainty, because if they don't know what the call will be about, there's also like this uncertainty that maybe makes them to be a no-show. So we want to take this away and also remind them again of the benefit of joining. So we mention, hey, as I already told you in the pre-call video, if you join our call, no matter if you become a client or not, we will send you our freebie afterwards. Right? Make sure that the freebie is actually valuable and this is something that they want. In the last creative email, you can set up more if you want, but I would stick to 1 creative email per day, so 3 for like 3 days. The last one is all about building credibility and making them believe that you are an expert before they even join the call, right? So you show them some testimonials, you show them case studies if you already have one. And then you also build credibility with, for example, mentioning which degrees do you have in a certain niche, any achievements that you have, or like any sources of knowledge. And that you, if you don't have case studies, you can mention that you've spent the last years or like months building a solution and studying the niche in order to provide value. So here it is all about making them believe that you're an expert so they perceive you as an authority before they even join the call, right? And if you cover all of those different things and they open the emails and they actually read the emails, then the chances of them showing up are pretty high because we covered all of the 4 elements already, right? But on the day where the call actually takes place, we want to have more than 1 reminder. So we first of all want to call or message them on WhatsApp in the morning. I recommend you to message them on WhatsApp and additionally even call them if it's possible for you. When you do like the message on WhatsApp, you can also add the tag lead or like discovery booked on WhatsApp so that you also know who this person is. Then you should set up that there are 3 hours, 1 hour, and 5 minutes before the call automated reminders so that they do not forget about it on the day where the call actually takes place. And then there's like the call, and there are 2 options. Either they show up to the call or they are like a no-show. If they show up, you want to deliver on the promise. So you want to set up an automation which automatically sends them the PDF or like the freebie after the call if they showed up. If they are a no-show, and this can happen even if you have the best funnel possible, you first of all want to call them 5 to 7 minutes after the appointment was booked. And if they don't pick up the phone, you then want to send a 3 mails no-show sequence, right? I recommend you to make this between like 3 and 7 mails because I closed a lot of deals from people who was no-shows like 2 or 3 times before. So it's actually worth following up and making sure they reschedule the appointment. You can also set this up once, just write the emails once, put it into an automation so that the emails get sent automatically if they are a no-show. And the emails should be something like, "Dear name, unfortunately, you didn't attend our appointment. You can reschedule using the link below." So if you implement the whole funnel, I can guarantee you that your show up rate will go up to at least 60 to 80%, leading to much more profit without booking more appointments, doing more outreach, or closing more clients. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to implement everything right away, and I'll see you in the next one.